welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Melissa Murrell and I'm a personal stylist for the everyday woman, which means normally the videos are me dressing women of all different shapes and sizes live on the channel. That's part of our body shape masterclass, of which I think there's 30 body shape masterclasses on there at the moment. We have got another one coming up for you. I think it's next week, and it's with two ladies, very different shapes and sizes, one with really big boobs and taller, the other shorter and a more pear-shaped lady, and we're going to do swimwear with them, so tune in for that one. But for this week, oh my goodness, you've got a real mix of stuff this week. So it started off as a what I wore in a week video. However, during that week I had quite a few big orders come into the studio. The weather was completely changeable. We went from sort of a quite warm summer's day to most days being rainy and overcast, despite us being in early June. And then I'm also organising my daughter's prom, so I put in a few of the outfits that I was considering for that as well. So honestly, there is definitely something for everybody in here, from wet weather clothes right the way through to sun clothes. So I hope you find it useful. If you could press that subscribe button, it honestly really does make a huge difference to my ability to bring you this channel for free every week. So that would be most appreciated. Put the thumbs up, share it with friends. I'd be very, very grateful. So a very quick switching on of the camera right now. I'm heading out, I'm in shops, I'm then got to go and see a client. So I thought I would share this with you because right now I've got just some Birkenstocks on. I've got a black jumpsuit on, and that is because I've just fake tanned. As you can see, my hands are probably still a bit white, and it takes a while for that fake tan to develop, and I didn't want that going on light coloured clothes, but it is quite a nice day out. So I've got this jumpsuit on. This jumpsuit is very, very similar to the mango black jumpsuit, which we have shown before, but it's also incredibly similar to a Marks and Spencer's one that I found the other day. So I showed that on Instagram. The difference between my one that I've got on right now and the one on Instagram is that this one has a tapered leg. So if you are shorter and wider, then like a thinner leg or a tapered leg cropped is going to be really good on you. If you have got some height, then you could afford to go for the straight-legged cropped version as per the one from Instagram, which was actually from Marks and Spencer's. This particular one is old, it's from Phase 8. However, the mango black one is exactly the same. But one thing I wanted to show you is right now I'm running around in a pair of Birkenstocks, literally just as you see me right now. However, in my car are hiding some little pointed flats and a handbag. So all I need to do is change the shoes, add a handbag, and I've elevated that outfit up straight away. I know a lot of you question your ability to wear a jumpsuit, but I just cannot think of anything easier in your wardrobe. I literally didn't have to think about anything. Well, all I thought about was my shoe choice, and that is it. There is the issue of going to the toilet, but it just means you're sitting there in your bra. That's really the only downside of a jumpsuit. Some people say, doesn't the jumpsuit fall on the floor? Then no, it doesn't, because I make sure it doesn't fall on the floor because I hold it on my lap if I go to the toilet. So I think perhaps just start to think a little bit more open-mindedly about something like this, which is then going to make the rest of your wardrobe or the rest of your dressing experience incredibly easy. Okay, so I'm starting the day off in just some linen trousers and a very, very plain white top. I've got a little bit of jewellery on in my neckline there. I've got a Monica Vinader heart, and then I think I've got the heart necklace there. I can't quite see because the lights are so bright. I've got a couple of different hoops in there, and that's it. So the first thing is I'm going to need some warmth at different parts of the day, because inside probably my client's house it'll be fine, but it's still a little bit nippy out. So all I'm going to do is grab a shirt, white linen shirt, Not sure where this was from, had it for years. It doesn't matter on the style as long as it's a little bit more oversized and a little bit looser on you. So to finish the outfit off, I've picked up a bag. This is actually a dupe of a designer bag, but it was actually from Amazon. And it is such lovely quality. Hopefully you can see that there on the camera. Very, very nice. And I've just got some sunglasses from River Island. Most people could emulate that type of outfit within your wardrobe. But for many of you, heels aren't going to be an option, and you might want to dress this outfit down even further. You might want an additional layer. So I'd start by adding a belt. Belt is just going to allow you to bring in a third colour. A phrase in the Style Academy, which is where I teach others how to become personal stylists, called everyone needs a friend. And this is this notion that when you add in a third colour, a fourth colour, whatever it might be, it always needs another item that is going to help bring those colours together. But sometimes it's as subtle as a brown belt like this, and I'm quite fake tan today, so that brown and the brown of my skin tone goes quite nicely together. It could be a gold necklace and the blonde hair. They go together. Red nails and a little red stripe in a trainer, for example. That's what we mean by everyone needs a friend. That colour doesn't need to be the exact same shade. So, for example, I could now change my shoes up and go for a brown shoe. Now, these three shoes here are going to give incredibly different looks to this outfit. So the pointed one is going to make it look more elevated. That brown, chunkier Birkenstock S type of shoe is going to make it look more trendy. And this Birkenstock, whilst that is a very on-trend shoe, that is going to make the outfit look awful. Let me show you why. Okay, so on this foot is a very heavy rounded shoe. We kind of call them like a builder type of look. So a wide leg trouser with a quite unfeminine type of shoe. That's what you've got on the right side. Here on the left side, you've got just a little pointed flat. Most of us are going to look better in the pointed flat because it's going to look more elongated. And it's just going to look more feminine and less builders-like, I suppose. So be careful of a rounded toe like that when all the other pieces are quite masculine and quite oversized. The way I would wear the Birkenstocks would be if my trousers were cropped. If they were cropped like that and you can see the ankle, then you can get away with the rounded shoe. It's almost like looking at juxtapositions. So if we've gone big and round and heavy on the one foot, then you want to go more feminine in the outfit. This outfit is more a masculine oversized type of outfit, so you want to go more feminine in the shoe. So think about opposites really. And if you do go for a heavier, a chunkier, a masculine sort of look, then the way to make that look more feminine is to show more parts of the flesh as well. So that always works. Okay, so I've chosen again a quite masculine shoe in terms of a Birkenstock, but this time you can see my toes. And that is going to be a difference because that's the bit of flesh that I spoke about when you've got a more heavy masculine shoe on. So if you show some flesh there, my little painted toes, then that's going to be your juxtaposition with the heavier shoe. I hope that is making sense. It makes sense in my head, but please let me know if it doesn't in the comments. And there you go, just to show you that when I put the jumper on, it all goes together. I've re-put the white heels on as well, just to show you that whatever combination, whether I just kept the white shoes and the white top, the heels, the flats, the jumper, whatever combination I wear, it all goes together. So when you are going out on a summer's day like today, where you haven't got a clue what the weather's going to do, that's how you do it. You stick to 2 or 3 base colours. Okay, so I'm actually starting this video on a Thursday night, and we're actually off out this evening. We never go out on a Thursday night, so hence why I've just put the camera on really quickly for you. So all I've got on is a pair of jeans with this little rattan bag that you'll probably see me picking up quite a bit over the course of this video. And then I have teamed it with this beautiful top from Phase 8. It's great for balancing out a wider hip or a bigger stomach, because the point is when you are dressing your own body shape is that you need to put it back into the hourglass shape. So if, for example, you've got a big stomach, you need to wear something bigger than your stomach. So you would use a top like this to make you broader on top, and that would naturally make your waist look smaller. If you are bigger on the hips, you need something to balance you out. So you would use a broader shoulder like this. The only time you wouldn't wear a top like this is if you were actually broad on your shoulder blade. I actually meet very, very few women who are actually broad on their shoulder blades. So most women that I will meet are broad because of their bust and their arms. So this top would actually suit a lot of people. Yeah, personally, I think a good pair of jeans and a fresh white top, little rattan bag in the summer is just that perfect combination and perfect level of dressiness when it's not too dressy, but you don't just want to wear jeans and t-shirt. We'll link everything that we show throughout the whole of the video in the description box under where the title plays. But if you are concerned about this top, I've got another one and I'll just swap them over for you in a second. So there's a little alternative one for you. This is beautiful knitted jumper, but it's a very, very light knit. I'm just wearing it with a nude bra underneath. I think you could actually afford to push it off the shoulders like that, and that could look very, very nice. Or you could just wear it as a soft cowl neck like that. Either would work. And between the two tops, you can see how you can create a very, very similar look, but one that is more appropriate to your body shape. So I'm not sure what day we are on. This is what I am wearing today. It is a Levi's jumpsuit. I've got it on with some pointed flats. They were from H&M. I believe they're sold out in the beige, but we can find you some alternatives. Now, if you don't like a jumpsuit and you want to achieve the same type of look as this, then all you would do is you'd buy a pair of jeans, you'd buy a shirt in similar tones, and you put them together and they would look like a jumpsuit. So it is literally as simple as that. So today I'm actually with a client, but that client loves shopping in thrift stores, charity stores. But the problem with that often is that when I actually go into their wardrobes, they've actually got loads and loads of stuff, way too much stuff, because they have been used to buying at a very low cost point, which means every time they go in there, they just buy the extra item and they buy another item. They don't really buy with that much conscious thought behind it, even though they are trying to shop more consciously by going thrift. It's often actually the opposite of the result they get. So with this client, I went to her house, I did a wardrobe restyle, I've created a list of items that she still actually needs, and today I'm meeting up with her and we are going through the charity shops to try and find just those missing items. So the rule is she's not allowed to buy anything that isn't on those lists. My tip for charity shopping is head to an affluent area. So the more affluent the area, the better the items are in the charity shop. So, okay, we're off on a dog walk. I've just got in. I haven't really given much thought to this outfit at all, to be honest with you. As you can see, he's very keen to get going. I've been out all day. I'm tired. It's now, I don't even know what time it is, maybe 8:10, something like that. Need to go and take him for a walk. And I've just got on sort of a, well, I was about to say a dog walking coat. It's not just a dog walking coat. It's a green quilted coat. But what you'll notice is that my bigger dog walking coat is actually green as well. So when it comes to the lighter weather, I've still got all the same outfits. It's just my coat thickness has just changed. So I don't just suddenly have a blue walking coat or a black dog walking coat. So they're always green basically, or navy or something on those lines, which means I can swap really seamlessly depending on the weather. Oh, and I should say that I've just got on a neutral tracksuit underneath, a hood here just for a little bit of warmth. At this sort of time of night when I'm going out, the weather can change quite a bit, so you do need the layers in order to cope with that weather. And then I've got my little bag around here which has just got some poop bags in and his treats and my phone. I've got some old trainers on which are absolutely fine if they get muddy. It's not particularly muddy out there, hence why I've got a light colour tracksuit. The sun is actually shining, but it's still quite cool as well. So Monty and I are off, and we will tune in again tomorrow with whatever we're wearing then. Say goodbye, Muds. Yeah, come on then. So it's now Saturday. I'm in full-on mom mode today, running around after kids, taking them to barbers and God knows what else. So very, very practical in terms of my dress, nothing overly stylish, but what I did want to show you is how easy it is to change this outfit up depending on the weather and depending on what items you have in your wardrobe and whatever you're going to do. So as you can see right now, I have got a jacket on, white t-shirt underneath, and I've just got it on with some turn-up jeans. These are just from Mango. I'm wearing these a lot at the moment. More in honesty because they are really comfortable, and I often don't get jeans that are too comfortable. So I've got my Birkenstocks on right now, but I've got a selection of shoes down here which will help change this outfit up completely, as well as a selection of jackets. So I just thought I would do it sort of on camera for you. So the shoes right now are quite a rounded shoe. The jacket is quite oversized and rounded. So you know, sometimes you put an outfit on and you feel a little bit fat in it. You just don't feel, you know, like it flatters you. Start to go for angles. So in this instance, if it wasn't me just sort of running around, I would take off my Birkenstocks and I'd probably start by putting on a pointed shoe. There you go. So I've just changed my jacket, I've added in a bag, I've got a pointed shoe on, and that is a completely different look than the one with the red and pink jacket that I had on a moment ago. And the reason I'm able to do that is, one is I have the choice of the neutral jackets in my wardrobe to begin with, and that's because my capsule wardrobe is built around neutral pieces, but it's also because this central top here is white. So it is allowing me to pick up any colour of jacket and any style of jacket because the bit in between is neutral. So if you want the ability to go from a rain mat 1 minute to a winter jacket to a cardigan the next, it's the white top underneath that's going to do that for you. As I've said millions of times before, anybody can wear white. It depends on where the neckline falls. So if you know you're not that good with white, then go for a lower neckline. If you've got a bigger bust, go for a lower neckline as well. Or my other option is to go for a long trench like this if I think the weather is going to turn a little bit. Obviously, if there's anybody in the UK, you'll be very aware of this, but for those people watching us internationally, here in the UK, we're meant to be in summer. One day it can be warm, the next day it can be cold, and within the same day we can literally get 4 seasons. So by keeping your outfit neutral in the middle and having a selection of jackets based on the weather, it enables you to change that coat at the very last minute. Now, one thing to show you is that I brought this jacket home from Marks and Spencer's. I was doing a reel for Instagram. So I have one like this from Lily Silk, but it's in cashmere. So obviously being cashmere, it's more expensive. So when I saw this, I thought this would be a great one to show you. And now all I've done is layered that cardigan under my jacket, and this would work with any of the jackets that I had on today to give me that little bit of warmth, but also if I end up at somebody's house and I take my jacket off, I've got a layer of warmth, but it coordinates in with the rest of my outfit. So they are really, really invaluable. I will link everything as normal. Right, you're probably going to wonder what sort of video you've tuned into, because it definitely doesn't look like a styling one right now. But this is the reality of me. I am about to do my Pilates, My hair is wet, I've just washed it, which sounds the wrong way round, but I haven't got time to wash it afterwards. I'm only going to have time for a quick shower, so I've washed it, it will dry just up there in the ponytail. I've got Adenola leggings on, and then I've got the matching top onto it as well. As I always say, I always wear the matching set. Just even how the jumper is just exposing that bit of green there with the green leggings, it all brings it all together. I am on the school run after I've done my Pilates, so I've got a jumper on just for a bit of warmth, but then I've got just a plain white top on for actually doing my Pilates in. I tend to wear white trainers through the summer. Here is an old one from H&M. Got a little tie on, which allows you to higher it up like that, which actually gives you more shape. If I was just to let that out like that, it's actually not as shapely. So often, even when you've got a big tummy, then you want to go slightly shorter on your jumper, because then you can create the elongation of a waist by wearing a top underneath. Can you see that? So the top is bagging out and the waist now looks smaller. Okay, so I've just finished exercising. Now I've got to go and take Monty for a walk, but all I have done is literally just thrown on an old Barber style of jacket. This one is actually just from Mango. I could have put my light green jacket on, my quilted one, but it feels a little bit too cold still out there. It's still quite early in the morning. And I've put my wellies on. Now I've actually got brand new wellies. The chamois wellies, but it's in partnership with Fairfax and Favours. And because of that, they've come with this tassel here on the side. There you go, so a little extra detail there, and they're just in partnership there with Fairfax and Favour. I didn't buy them for that reason, I just bought them because I do always wear the chamois wellies. They are more expensive, but I am literally in the middle of the countryside. This is what I wear. If I'm not wearing more of like a summer short hardy boot, then I'm in my wellies, because even if the weather has been nice, if it's rained the night before, it's literally like bogland where I live. So a wellie is really important. So I do spend a good amount of money on my wellies to make sure they last. I've had the last ones for maybe 6 or 7 years, but this sort of flapping around on my dog walks isn't going to work for me. So as you'll see on the other side, I've just taken it off. But yeah, brand new wellies. So I'm off for a walk and I will tune in later on. Another outfit for you. Again, the weather just isn't playing ball here in the UK, so layering is definitely key. It's the only way to go right now, but I still want to look a little bit more summerish. So I've gone for the lighter colour jeans. I've gone for a Beatles t-shirt. This is just a H&M one. And then I've added in my winter blazer. Rather than going for my linen blazer, I've actually picked up my herringbone wool one, which you wouldn't expect to normally do, but you need to make these changes based on the weather situation. Right now I've got it just with a pair of trainers because I just wanted kind of a relaxed, elevated type of look. There's absolutely no reason why I can't change those up for any of my more elevated shoes. There it is with just some Vivea mules, and then that elevates that up straight away. The handbag choice would then further elevate it up. So another shoe option here, we've got two different shoe options here. We've got what I would class as a more elevated sandal on that foot and a more casual sandal on that foot. I could have gone down to a Birkenstock, for example. That would be even lower down the casual sort of sandal scale if there was one. I suppose there is one really. It does start off with a flip-flop or a Birkenstock, and then it slowly goes up to a more tailored sandal like that. It could then go on to a very small heel. So even in your shoes, just like you would have in your jackets and your tops, you've got different elevations, which if they're appropriate to your lifestyle, you need those choices in your wardrobe so that you can swap outfits really, really easily. I hope that makes sense. Think about having a bad menopausal week where you can't get your words out, so I hope it's making sense to everybody, I really do. So good morning from Monty and I don't know why I just said good morning. It might not be your morning, but it is my morning. And right now I have got the morning to create a reel for Instagram. And I'm doing so with loads of lovely dresses that have come into the studio. So whilst it's not strictly what I wore during the week, I thought it would still be interesting content for you. So this video is kind of turning out to be a bit more of a vlog, what I wore, what I do during the week. So starting off with this beautiful dress. How lovely is this? So nice and easy to wear. All I've added is a little clutch from Mango there. I would just sort of pop that under my arm. It's got pockets, we love a pocket, and I've just got it on with a really simple pointed sling back shoe. I just think you can't get any more elegant than that. You obviously need to make sure you've got your jewellery pieces on. I've got a couple of big earrings there, necklace, and my usual bangle. I've got rings on as well. Now in terms of who this dress would suit, so the theory would tell you that this dress would suit a pear-shaped lady. And the reason the theory would say that is because it skims over the thigh area so you can't see any lumps and bumps. It highlights the waist. It does both of those things. However, the reality of dressing real everyday women, as I do every single day and have done for the last 20 years, is that it actually would make a pear-shaped lady look even bigger. The reason for that is, look at the shoulder detail. You've added volume down here, you've made the top bit look slimmer because of the straps there, so you're going to end up more pear-shaped. The way you could combat that is by taking the straps down. So this side now, without the strap on, is going to look broader than this side that's got the strap on, which is slightly making things more narrow. So if you are a pear shape and you want to wear a dress like this, take down the shoulders like that. That is going to broaden you, and then it will help balance out any of the volume down here. Do I think this dress will be good for a larger chested lady? Yes, but go up a size. I'm a UK 34C and I'm wearing a size small in it, and it feels quite tight sort of underneath here. So if you are larger chested, I would go up a size. And yes, I think it would suit a larger chested lady because the extra flap over here is actually going to hide the shape of a really big bosom, which sometimes is good. And then it's going to make anybody's waist look smaller just purely because the nature of the skirt kicks out there. So yeah, I think actually it would suit a lot of people. The people that I don't think it would suit are people who don't like their arms and their chest. Because if you look at this dress right now, what is the main thing that is on display? It's my arms and my chest and a little bit down there on my feet. So if you don't like your arms or your chest area, then this definitely wouldn't be the dress for yourself. So let me try another one on, and maybe that one is more suitable. Now this one would be good if you've got a larger chest. Also think if you're a bit taller and broader. And the reason I say that is because on my 5'3.5" frame, it's a little bit long. Can you see it's coming literally to the floor? And it feels like there's a lot of fabric in it. But that's only really a disadvantage if you're kind of petite. If you've got any sort of height on you, perhaps you are more curvy, then this one would be fantastic. I have a vague memory of this being a little bit more expensive though. I will link it. I can't remember off the top of my head, sorry, because I'm in the middle of doing reels for Instagram and not YouTube stuff. I'm not armed with the prices. I will link it so you can look it up. It's got pockets. It'll cover your arms in the summer, and it definitely won't date. This one is lovely as well. I've got it paired with just a little rattan bag, one-shouldered, as you can see, fits quite tight across the body here. And what you've got is a slightly asymmetrical line going on. So if you are quite broad through this midsection and you need a little bit of shaping and a little bit of elongating, then that's what an asymmetric line will do for you. So it'll make your waist look longer and slimmer. That said, on the side here is the end of the zip. and I'm not sure if it will come across on camera or not, but that is actually causing the dress to stick out quite a bit there on my hip. It's the sort of dress that, you know, you could get working and looking lovely by just kind of holding your hands there, but if we just stand straight, it's actually adding a lot of volume right down on that lower bit. Now I think I could just manipulate that into shape and give it a good iron and flatten it down, but I like to give you an honest review of things, so that's what I'm feeling at the moment. But yeah, that is very, very nice. It will definitely be going on my reel for Instagram. If you're looking for a little bit of colour, this one is lovely. This is from Phase 8. I think this would be very, very good on a lot of my ladies. One, we've got the V-neck. We all know that the V-neck is going to reduce the bust line and it's going to give most of us some shape. When we show our skin tone here on the neck area and on the wrists, then usually it's the most flattering combination, and I'd probably say on 90% of my clients. So it's got both of those. It's got some floaty sleeves, but they're not too floaty. And the back wing isn't really coming from this part. It's more down here at the bottom of the sleeve. So the advantage of that is that it's not going to add bulk across the bust area or across the back. Again, the place where a lot of us, especially as we're going through menopause, tend to put on that extra weight around our bra straps. It's a lovely length. I'm 5'3" and a little bit. I've got it on just with a little simple white pointed slingback shoe at the moment. And yeah, I think that's a really, really nice one. It's from Phase 8. I've actually had a lot of things come into the office from Phase 8. Very nice fabric as well. It's very thin and light. It doesn't feel heavy at all, but probably the combination of the colours mean that you could wear it with a long boot in the winter, but also with a little white shoe like I'm doing right now in the summer. So I think this one would be a very good one. Next we have a two-piece set. It's a top and a skirt, and it's actually from Lydia Tomlinson's range. Lydia Tomlinson is an influencer, a very good influencer, and she has had this range come out with Naked Fashions, so I thought I would give it a go. There we go, there it is from head to toe. So we've got a skirt and a top, and you can actually manipulate this top to look more like a dress, which is actually really good. Actually, the drop waist of the skirt and then the top sort of ballooning out like this will actually make your waist look smaller. Or you can manipulate it so it goes a little bit higher and shows that little bit of flesh. I've just paired it with the same bag that I've paired all of these dresses with. And I would like to see this with more of a flat gladiator sandal, because I think that's more realistic for when I would wear this type of dress. I think again on my frame, it's just that little bit too long. I'm 5'3" and a half. I'd need to take a good 2 inches off the length of that so it doesn't feel so overwhelming. But a very quick check-in for me today because I need to pack the car up. I am with a client all day, so by the time I leave, it'll be sort of 10 to 7 in the morning. I won't get back till 7, 8 o'clock at night. So comfort is the order of the day. So for me, that means a flat shoe. So right now I have got on the one foot, if you can see that, I've got just a pointed flat shoe. That will elevate the outfit up a little bit. On the other side, I've got my Birkenstocks and I'm actually considering just putting a trainer underneath this anyway. My trainer has got a platform on though, so I need to make sure that when the trainer goes on, it doesn't make the trousers too short where they're sort of flapping in that no man's land like that. So you have to pick the right trainers that the length of your trouser is still as long as you can get it to the floor without touching the floor. So we're talking about literally millimeters skimming off the floor. That's where you want your trouser length when they are long and when they're wide. And the reason for that is because you're trying to get as much leg length out of the outfit as possible. And if you cut yourself off at that no man's land bit, they're just going to flap around and just, yeah, it just doesn't look very stylish. So teaming it with a very simple tee just from Mango, a bomber jacket, and yeah, I think that's kind of looks stylish enough, but I know I'm going to be comfortable all day as well. So it is raining, it's horrible weather still here in June in England. So I've just got on some Varley leggings. I've thrown on an old long trench coat. I've got on the same t-shirt that I've probably worn before. It's a little Beatles one from H&M. And I've added in a cardigan hoodie. Cardigan hoodies are great because you can hide that part, so that doesn't affect your outfit, but then you have still got a little bit of hood if you need it just to cover the hair up. Not that I've done my hair today, but if I had done my hair, then I would cover it up if it was raining. Now the thing here is my t-shirt has got a little bit of red in there, so I've just picked up my trainers that have got the little bit of red in as well. Because remember, if you're introducing an accent colour into your neutrals palette, your neutrals being cream, the beiges, the navies, they're all neutral for me because they're all part of my neutral capsule wardrobe, but red isn't. So because I've introduced red here in my t-shirt, then if you introduce it somewhere else on your outfit, it will make that outfit come together. So it could have just been the fact that my nails are red. That would have been enough to bring those two items in. But given that I've got the red trainers, then I put them up. Jewellery wise, I think I'm Masoma today. I've got, yeah, I think those are Masoma. Actually, one of those might even be Amazon. I will link whatever I'm wearing today for you because right now I've got to go out and collect my children. Okay, so something very different, and this is just going to be a quick flash of this. I am organising my daughter's prom at school and I need to find an outfit. And Phase 8 actually have just sent me this, so I'm just trying it on now. It's gorgeous, and not only is it gorgeous, it's got this little bolero coat over it, which is beautiful, but when you take the coat off, you've still got a lovely fluted little sleeve on this dress. So it really is good for a lot of people. You can fit your normal bra strap underneath that as well. Beautifully made. It's got the little tucks on the sleeves there. I think it would be nice with a bit of a shoulder pad in there. And there it is full length. Obviously comes up at the front, which I just think is beautifully flattering. I've just put those white shoes on for now. I'm not quite sure what shoes I would wear with it, but I think that is really, really lovely. Phase 8 are brilliant for sort of evening wear, mother of the bride stuff and things like that. And there it is without the bolero cardigan on. So it's got a really nice shaped neckline there. At the moment I've just got on the necklace that I was wearing in the daytime. I've got some Monica Vinader pearl earrings, so that just brings in the white of the dress. So for all of you who are thinking that probably wouldn't suit my body shape, I've got a larger stomach or something on those lines. I'm going to insert a link to a video where I dressed a lady who had got a much larger apron stomach, and she too was going to an evening type of do, and we got her in a very similar dress to this. It was a lovely blue sparkly sequiny dress, and it was the sort of dress that if you have a large stomach you wouldn't have thought you could have worn at all, but you can, because everything else is going on with the dress. So this is broadening us here, it's following our shape down here, and then you've got the fishtail at the back. Then it's usually incredibly flattering because it's kicking out at the back, and this hemline here at the front is going to show your smallest part of your legs there. So typically it can be a very flattering shape on a lot of ladies. So that's definitely a contender, but I've got lots of old ones as well that I could wear. So if I have time, I'll put some more on here to show you. But if not, I'll put them over on Instagram. I couldn't resist trying on just one more. I really haven't got time for this. I've got to be online styling in about 5 minutes time. There you go. That's the full length shot of it. Beautiful, very figure hugging, but in a good way. You've got a bit of extra volume around the chest area with the sort of detail across the boob area here. but then you've got the fishtail at the bottom just kicking out beautifully. I've taken the straps down so it broadens me across my chest area. There are adjustable straps, there we go, which will help keep anybody that's got a larger chest, it will help keep all of that in the right place for you. I will put them all up on Instagram, but I'll also link them here on this video as well. So just go to the description box and everything will be linked there for you. Okay, this is something else new into the office. It's just a H&M dress, but I just think it looks so nice and classic. Obviously it's got a pattern on, so you need to be really careful with a dress like this because it can look very old-fashioned very, very quickly. So I'm keeping it quite classic right now with just a pointed little sling back shoe, and I think that would be great for, you know, like a little summer event or something on those lines. In terms of the actual dress, shirt dress, it suits most people. I do find that if you've got a big bust, you need to be able to open this out quite a lot to break that bust area up. If you don't, it kind of makes you look quite matronly like that, and your bust starts right at the top. So you personally need to be comfortable with showing quite a bit of flesh there. If you are, the sleeves are a great length. They will cover up any sort of lower bingo wings there. And whilst right now I've got it on with a little heel, let me just show you what it would look like with a flat on. There you go, there it is with just a classic flat shoe on. Personally, I'd probably wear it with quite a heavy Birkenstock, but I think that is quite a unique look. You need to be able to add the jewellery, you need to be able to have the more modern hairstyle. If you add a Birkenstock with this dress and you don't do those extra things, that's what dates us. I will put a picture of this at the side of me wearing it like that so you can see. I just added in there a lovely straw bag from H&M, and we will link everything as normal. Okay, so the sun is finally shining. I am off to a friend's barbecue. This is what I'm wearing. Super easy, really light, airy dress. Very inexpensive from H&M. As you can see, I've got some sunglasses on. They are just from River Island. I've got my Monica Vinader necklace. I've got my usual sort of array of bracelets. All of this does make a difference. Oh, I just thought I haven't got any earrings in. Good job, I'm doing this right now. So there it is, and that is me clocking off for today. Okay, so what you're actually getting now is an insight into an order that I did for myself that has come in today, and this is just for my holiday. So a lovely little jumpsuit, sort of like a crepe fabric from H&M. I've paired it with this big bag also that's just arrived, but this has got pockets, as you can see. I've just paired it with some Amazon sandals. These come out for me every single year, neutral in colour, so they go with absolutely everything. And actually these ones have just arrived as well from H&M. They are more like a gladiator sandal. As you can see, I haven't even tried them on, but I've got high hopes for those as well. And this style or this style, so the difference being is this one goes around the ankle, this one doesn't. Both are very, very useful in your holiday wardrobe because with everything, and I actually only tend to take one pair of sandals with me on holiday, and it's always something on these lines because they are just so versatile. Now you can wear this jumpsuit like I've got it on right now, which is obviously to the floor, or you can actually start to manipulate it a little bit to make it shorter. Now doing that is going to create more of a waistline on anybody that doesn't have a waistline. So if you're quite rectangular through the midsection, you want to pull it over a belt, get that sort of lip there, and that will look a lot better. Oh, we're about to be joined by, hello you, hi. The only thing you need to be careful of if you do this puckering over is that you don't leave the end of the suit flapping around the sort of bottom of your foot. Sorry, great position for him to be when I'm showing you the ankles. Sorry about that. Or you want it as long as possible. But the beauty of this is that I'm 5'3.5" and I can wear it long. If you're taller, then you can wear it at that shorter length. So I think this is actually a very good one for a lot of people, and it does come in a few different colours. I'll link it. So I'm not actually wearing this dress today, but it has just arrived. It's just from H&M, and it's just a dress that I bought for myself for my holiday. And all it is a cream knitted beach dress. So right now I've actually got it on with some nude underwear on. But I think in a beach situation, then it doesn't matter that your swimming costume is showing through it. That's absolutely fine. I think I'd probably wear this as an evening dress as well, or if I was just sort of walking around a local town. Very, very nice. Very, again, not expensive at all. I've got it on with a little rattan bag, the one that I've used before in the video. And yeah, it actually feels very, very nice. So that's it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. I know there was a little bit of everything thrown in there, so I hope there was something for everyone. If you don't already, then please follow us over on Instagram. And if you could press that subscribe button, the like button, the thumbs up, anything you can, then that really, really helps our channel. And it's only if the channel continues to grow that I can continue to bring you these videos for free each week. So I will see you again next week. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.